Hello and welcome to this Price of Job tutorial. In this video we'll be taking a look at the Plastering Skim Coat module in Price of Job. To access the Plastering Skim Coat module, navigate to the Internal Finishes category here in the module toolbar and select Plastering Skim Coat. And click Create. And this opens the Plastering module. This is quite similar to other modules in the Internal Finishes category, including the various wall finishes and ceiling finishes, but doesn't involve mounting any plasterboard. So here in the main stage we can specify whether this is for walls or ceilings or both. We'll start by inputting the area of our walls. In this case we'll say 40 square meters. If we're unsure of the area of our walls, we can access the area calculator here with this button. And then we can either build up our wall measurements by clicking Add and choosing from a variety of shapes. For example, 4 meters wide by 2 meters tall, and then save that to our area calculator, and it shows us that our 8 square meters are here in the calculator. If we also have another wall which is also square but slightly shorter, it would also be 2 meters tall, but this one is only 2 meters wide, we can save that to the calculator, and all of our various sections are calculated by area and totaled here for a total area of 12 meters. If we have opposing walls, we can increase the quantity for each of these by 2. Then if we have any openings that we have to account for, we can add another section here. We'll create a square section here, and we'll say that the width of this is 1 meter by 2. And rather than leaving this as a plus operator, we'll change this one to a minus symbol and deduct that from our calculator, and it's shown with a minus symbol here. So we can see that that 2 square meters for our opening has been removed from our total area now. If at any point we've made a mistake and we need to change that operator, we can just click on that to change that from plus to a minus and vice versa. Alternatively, we can delete these, and if we've prepared our rooms in the Rooms tab in advance, we can use the Rooms tab here in the area calculator, and based on the floor area, perimeter, and height, Price of Job has automatically calculated the wall area of each room. So we can just click the plus button to add that to our area calculator. When we click Save, that amount gets transferred to our main stage. As a final option, if we've already done previous modules where the external or internal walls were calculated, that information will be stored here in the Price of Job library. And we can click on that, and it will show us here the external walls or internal walls. And we can just select that, and that will be added to our area calculator. When we click Save, that number is updated in our main stage. The same process goes for the ceiling. We can use the area calculator here and calculate the space based on sections, or we can use our Rooms tab and we can generally estimate that the ceiling area will be equal to the floor area, except in the case of vaulted ceilings. So here we can just add the living room floor area to our living room ceiling area. We'll remove that one and then save that to our main stage. And now the ceiling area is also defined. Next we can specify for each of the walls or ceilings whether this is a seal and skim job, a tape and jointing job, a fill holes and cracks job, or a full skim. With this case we'll estimate the full seal and skim job. Next we can specify the tape that we'll be using, and Price of Job has automatically calculated how many rolls we'll require. And we can also specify the bead, and a variety of options are listed from the Price of Job library below. Under the cog settings, we can update the thickness of the skim. In this case, a standard 3 millimeters is fine, or the plaster coverage in kilograms per meter, and this is taken directly from the manufacturer's recommendation, or the primer coverage, again taken from the manufacturer's label. If we'll require any accessories for this job, we can click the Accessories button, and this opens the Accessories window where we can select from plaster beads, primer, tapes, sealants, and fillers. So for this job, let's choose some extra plaster beads. We'll choose some mini mesh bead and some primer. We'll get some gyprock drywall primer and some extra tape. And maybe some sealant as well. And if we need to adjust our quantities, we can do so. And these accessories are automatically added to our estimate pane, along with the installation labor estimated for each accessory. If you feel the labor to install these accessories will be more or less, you can adjust that here. Let's just round that up to the nearest hour. and this is highlighted in yellow to remind us that we've overridden this value. Next, if we'll require any general laborers to assist us with the job, we can add those here. So we'll say that we have 2 general laborers on site, and we can specify here whether we'll need them for days, weeks, or months, and how many days that will be. Say 2 days at 8 hours a day. And that is added to our estimate pane here, general laborers at 32 hours. That's 2 laborers for 2 days at 8 hours a day. If we have more than one room to be plastered, we can change the title here. For example, we can say living room, and then duplicate this module here, and retitle this new module to, say, dining room. And we can update our area here. And as we make our changes here, Price-to-Job automatically updates the automatically written description with all the details of the job to be performed, including the materials and labor. If we look at the Reports tab, we can switch this to a simple quote, and Price-to-Job provides a summary of the work to be done for walls and ceiling in both rooms, as well as a grand total. We can expand that to advanced to show a full breakdown of materials and labor. And that's how to use the Plastering module. Thank you for using Price-to-Job.